My name is Suzanne Bishop, and I got involved in flood recovery out in Rotterdam Junction because I followed Habitat for Humanity out here. I'd been working with them in Schenectady, and when they moved out here into the rectory and set up sort of a crisis management center, I came out with them. I started in Rotterdam Junction at the rectory with intake forms and paperwork, meeting with people as they came in, doing a lot of hand-holding, a lot of phone calling, just trying to deal with human beings in crisis. Then later I moved out of the rectory and into people's homes and began to do actual construction, painting, and so I've gone from being sort of a paperwork person to an actual laborer. What am I taking away from this? What has impacted me? It's interesting because when I retired 2 years ago, one of the things I knew that I needed was to have purpose in my life. So I got involved with Habitat. It had been something I'd always wanted to do, and now I had the time to do it. But having left my job and feeling kind of bitter and being kind of a news junkie and feeling as though the world was getting crazy and things seemed a little hopeless, I came out here and was just sort of rejuvenated in knowing that the world really is filled with really good people. So I'm going away with a reaffirmation that people will rise to the occasion and do the right thing at the right time, in the right way. Well, it's interesting because most people think that the volunteers are out here feeling good about themselves, and I feel just the opposite. I don't know that I've made as much a difference in the lives of these flood victims as they have made to me. I feel very humble coming out here. I'm in people's homes. I've developed relationships with people. They've been very open. I've been absolutely inspired by their resilience. I've also been really inspired by the other volunteers that I've met. So I don't feel good about anything I've done. I really feel really good about what other people have done. As far as a story that I take away, I think that a woman in particular I bonded with because I related to an elderly woman. I had recently lost my mom, and I saw this woman as so traumatized and trying to think of how my mother would navigate the kind of loss that this woman had just suffered, and thinking, I need to stand by her. I need to advocate for her as though she were my mom, and how I would want somebody to help my mom through. The relationship that I developed with this woman was pretty special, and she needed so much, and I was really struck by the way that I could go and ask for help for her, and how willing people were. I felt that one of the things she needed was to get out of her home, because it was really traumatizing her that strangers were in her home. Even though we were helpful volunteers, we were strangers, and she felt very violated and overwhelmed by the presence of these strangers. So just